Once upon a time, near the village of Chandrapur, there was a beautiful forest where a small village lay nestled among the trees. In this village lived a young boy named Aarav. Aarav was hard-working and honest, but one habit always made him unhappy. He constantly compared himself to others. Whenever he saw his friend Veer, the smartest boy in school, he wished he were as intelligent as him. When he saw his neighbor Ratan, who was incredibly wealthy, he wished he had as much fortune. Even when he watched someone run faster than him, he thought, "If only I could be that fast." Slowly, these comparisons began to consume his happiness. His focus on studies weakened, his interest in work faded, and he started feeling like he could never be as successful as those around him. One day, a wise saint arrived in the village. He was known for his deep understanding of life's truths. Aarav heard about his wisdom and decided to seek his advice. He approached the saint and said, "Gurudev, I work very hard, but whenever I see someone better than me, I feel discouraged. I feel like I can never match up to them. Please help me overcome this problem." The saint smiled and replied, "Meet me at the oldest tree in the village tomorrow morning, and you will find the answer to your question there." Though puzzled, Aarav decided to trust the saint's words. The next morning, as the sun painted the sky with golden hues, Aarav reached the old tree. The saint was already waiting. "Look around this forest," the saint said. "Tell me, what do you see?" Aarav observed the surroundings and replied, "There are so many trees. Some are tall, some are short, some bear fruits, and some don't." The saint nodded. "Now, imagine if the mango tree started complaining that it isn't as tall as the coconut tree, and the coconut tree started lamenting that it doesn't bear sweet fruits like the mango tree. Would that make sense?" Aarav shook his head. "No, Gurudev, that would be foolish." The saint smiled. "Exactly. Every tree has its unique purpose. The mango tree gives sweetness, while the coconut tree stands tall with strength. Both are different, yet both are important. Life is the same. Every person has their own path." Aarav listened carefully, but still had doubts. The saint then took him to a nearby pond where fish were swimming freely. He pointed at a bird soaring high in the sky and asked, "If the fish started feeling inferior because it cannot fly like the bird, would that be fair?" Aarav immediately understood. "No, the fish is meant to swim and the bird is meant to fly. Their strengths are different." The saint smiled and placed a hand on his shoulder. "Then why do you compare yourself to others? You have your own unique qualities that others don't. Focus on your own journey and you will find happiness." At that moment, Aarav had a realization. Comparing himself to others was only holding him back. Instead, he needed to recognize his own strengths. From that day forward, he stopped looking at others with envy and started focusing on his own growth. As time passed, Aarav worked hard, embraced his abilities, and became the most successful businessman in the village. People admired him, and whenever they asked him the secret to his success, he would smile and say, "If a fish tries to fly, it will always fail. But if it masters swimming, it can rule the ocean. The sun and the moon never compete. They shine at their own time." Stop comparing yourself to others. Recognize your own strengths and carve your own path to success.